the best that we can to give the information to you that we were to receive. Now it's kind of impossible, so bear with us.
So how many people were well, we've got a lot of folks on here. Yeah, it was fantastic to get to experience a Super Patch convention. And I think Lori and I and Dana and Mike, we had spoken earlier. It's like we kind of get this hallucination that like, oh, wouldn't it have been nice to be in this company, like 3 years ago? And I was able to speak with some of the folks that did join 3 years ago. And they said, "Oh no, you did not want to be in 3 years ago." In fact, I think this is an appropriate story. One woman was, I think she's an RVP. She went RVP in 4 months when they launched in Canada 3 years ago. And in Canada, then on their public television station, they started running these really negative ads against the company. And that's some of the stuff that we don't have. Yeah, she said, and it was really devastating to her team. Obviously, this kind of technology is so new and so dynamic, and like it says, it's like magic. Like there's nothing like it in the marketplace. That's a beautiful thing for us today, but for those folks, it was really challenging because people are like, don't believe it. And so, what we get to share with you tonight, and what Jay shared with all of us in Vegas, is all the reasons it is perfect timing, and all of the amazing validation and some of the people that have come on board. So, who wants to take that one?
Yeah, Dana, I'd love for you to start this off.
Are
Get
you
us
up for that? Are
rolling.
you up for that, Dana? I know you've had a rough day, man. You that jet lag and
Yeah, I mean, I am really excited. First of all, convention is one of those things where we can give you all the information and we can tell you what was said and what was told, but you cannot recreate that emotion behind it. And there were some pretty incredible moments where the emotion got the best of me. I was just filled with gratitude. I couldn't believe that not only, well, let me collect my thoughts. One of the things was usually conventions that I have been to have been really raw, raw, raw. And there was some of that for sure. But this one was meat and potatoes. And the thing I loved about this one too is Jay Dollywall had some speakers there that actually had, usually a speaker will come in and then their books are in the lobby to buy or their programs or whatever. Those were actually given to us.
yeah,
Like that was um Jay's heart really is to better the people, better the team, better the company. Like he's growing this thing from the grassroots. So, um, what do you want me to share? My aha moment, or do we want to do announcements first to
Yeah,
give you
let's
some?
start with the announcements and then we'll do a recap of convention. We'll hear from some of you out there that were able to experience it.
Yeah. Well, okay. One of the announcements, well, at convention was we have a new website. How many of you have seen the new website today? It is up and going and it's beautiful. And so don't go do it now. We don't want to lose you. We want you to pay attention, pay attention. But the website is a one-stop shop. It's all brand new. It's got all the doctors, the advisory board. It's got all the studies. If you just scroll, it's asset after asset value. Nobody's going to have questions when they visit your website. So that was exciting.
Can I add
Uh,
something to that website?
yeah, yeah.
One of the things that Jay is impeccable with his word in this is that what we have, nobody else has, and he wants the best of the best. And
no,
the creator of the website also created Nike. So he wants us to look and feel like the professional websites out there that are not network marketing. It's very beautiful. So we're excited for you guys to experience that and have your customers experience that.
yeah. Jay Wall says, "Look, if we can't be the best, why do it?" Like so, everything he does is just top shelf all the way. And the other beautiful thing about it is he doesn't show it until it's ready to roll, which is I also
Yeah.
appreciate that. It's not this, it's coming. No, it's like check it out.
Brenda's asking, what is the new website? It is the same website that you had before, and now it is all new.
Yeah.
Yeah, the links are the same. It's just all the assets have changed. So awesome.
Okay.
All right, second announcement. Shopify, not to be confused with Spotify, has now been, is that up and running as of today, right? When the new site hit? So Shopify is now going to be our cart carrier, like our third party cart. So it's going to streamline people, customers are not going to need a password to get into their accounts to place their order. It's all Shopify is going to recognize via email. So that is a great addition. Was there anything else said about that, Lori?
Yes, there
Sorry that I
is.
missed.
The customer experience is supposed to be very simplified and easy, and they've made it that way. There are a couple of things that have changed. There is no longer the need to put in save, no save code needed. The price will automatically adjust from being on a replicated website. The one addition that stick with me, it is going to be a positive for the field, is that he is removing the 25% off first order. The reason for this is because one of the reasons is it was getting abused. People were figuring out how to do that outside of it, and that is something that Shopify will not go for. So that was one of the agreements with Shopify. The other thing is that Jay wants to be able to push specials to our clients, and he wants to keep that in a way that it's exciting, it's fun. In some of our previous companies, in order to push volume, they would roll out specials to customers, and it's a really good thing. So the customer might not be getting on that first order. I personally don't think that's going to change people ordering. That was an extra bonus, but it will create volume in our teams when corporate does push out a special to our customers.
So what that looks like is you like people are accustomed to shopping on Shopify, in non-network marketing scenarios. And so they have a particular process they go through that they're familiar with, and ours is exactly the same. So it makes it just really easy for customers. And then, as Lori said, having the ability to run a promotion to pump up everybody's volume when it's appropriate makes sense.
Yeah.
So what is the wholesale on that?
It will be $69 and it'll be the same. If they sign up for Smart Ship, it will be 65.
Cool beans. Okay. You will notice on the new website, it says thousands of doctors refer or recommend Super Patch by the end of this year. And what was it? $3 million this cost
Yeah,
to do
$3
this?
million.
3 million a year to supply the doctors with the patches necessary to that they are now recommending to their patients.
Yep, and this is going to be 10,000 doctors by the end of the year. So they're highly promoting that. And with that said, there's something I want to add there. I've had a lot of people reach out and say, "How do I talk to my doctor? How do I get my doctor on this?" You guys, I highly recommend you're staying with friends, family. If it comes up to where a doctor is in your close network and that works out, they're going to be looking at it for themselves first. And that is going to come through people's people. So I wouldn't spend a lot of time going and trying to recruit doctors. That is what Super Patch is doing. We enrolled a doctor last week, and it was simply doing the same thing we do with everyone else. We did a Liberty test on him. He then brought his wife over because she needed help. She was having stress and anxiety, and they came in as an associate, but they came in for their personal use. Now that is organically going to go into transfer into their patient base. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah. And with that said, now there are scenarios that meeting with doctors is perfect. Like Rita and Richard, they have a friend in Super Patch that is our actually works with a holistic doctor here in Boise. And that was a perfect opportunity because that relationship was established. And we went in and blew his mind. But doctors are very like, okay, so who's behind this? The great thing is Rita was able to send him the new website, and it's got all these amazing folks like Sachin Patel. It's got all these great naturopaths, holistic doctors, athletic directors. So that would be a way to validate. Don't say it. Just send them the website, let them read it. Direct them to that section of the website, let that do the talking.
You're also going to see that there's going to be added in a few days a practitioner dropdown that is going to have all the white paper studies. Everything that you need to share with medical professionals is going to be right there ready for you to be able to share the website with them.
Yeah, so exciting. Okay, this one I know many of you have asked me about. It's actually occupying quite a bit of space in my inbox. The customer referral program is still on hold. Unfortunately, and Lori and I were talking about this today, unfortunately, people have figured out how to abuse some of these programs. And on the leadership call today, Jay went through what it costs to run this business, and we just can't afford to have abuse like that. They are working on getting a customer referral program. So just right now, if you are using incentives to get parties going, figure out what you can offer your hostess to be able to get into their homes and talk to their people. And remember, it's all a tax write-off. So I want to give you a couple clues with that. If you're going to be giving away free patches, then right after this call, go change your smart chip. If it's not set up like this already, go do that. Put 4 pouches in your smart chip so that one, because then you're only going to be charged for 3 and you get that 4th one for free. That's a great way to have some free patches to be able to offer people. The other thing too is we've got a super, oh, I don't remember what it's called, super fast super starter, and you get 2 free packs. In fact, I got mine finally. I was able to order my 2 free packs of patches when you sign up 3 people in a month. Then I believe it's 1 month in the rears, and then you're able to go and get those. So that's 3 free pouches a month that you can use to offer your customers or your hostesses some sort of a kickback, right? For hosting parties. So as soon as we know when that's back up, of course, we're gonna get that information out as quickly as possible. The app, let's jump to this one really quick. Do you want to share this one?
Let's go
This is,
packs.
yeah, this is good.
Okay, let's go over some packs. So we no longer are going to have the Omega pack, but we have 3 packs coming in. So
Well, we've got 2 new packs.
2 new packs and then the existing. So let's start with what's going to be called the Flex 10. It's going to be $499. A spiff on that is $25.
Now, let me ask you, does that qualify you for fast start bonuses?
I believe so.
Yeah. Pretty good. I believe so.
And
Okay.
you get
I
to
didn't know
pick
if I
and
was going
choose
to
the
get hit
product,
or
right?
what.
Yeah.
So anyway, next, let's go Flex
Wait,
20.
what did Troy say? Did you say
And
something?
you get to actually pick and choose the product, which is
Yeah,
fantastic.
flex. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go Flex 20. Cost on that $9.25. The spiff is $50.
Does that make you faster? I'm sorry, I'm not going to keep doing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh boy, it's been a long day, guys. And a long ride home yesterday. All right, let's go back and then back to what's always been there, the Flex 40 for $12.99, and the spiff on that is $100.
Now,
$14.99.
oh, that's the volume. Sorry, it's
Oh,
$14.99, $12.99 is
mistake on that.
yeah. So I love it. It's simplified. There's the Flex 10, Flex 20, Flex 40, and all of those get our people to be fast start qualified. How awesome is that is to be able to say, now to get fast start qualified, we've got 3 different packs to choose from. I'm loving the Flex 10. I think
Yeah.
that's great for people who are,
It's awesome.
Can we get some hearts if you guys love it? Can we
Yeah.
get some hearts? Come on.
yes, give us some, so you can even do
So
this if you
stay
want.
You those
tuned on that, you guys. The Flex 10, Angela, is $4.99.
Yeah.
And I want you guys to just stay tuned on that. We're actually giving you inside information on what's coming. So it really is just a coding. They just have to figure out how to code it and get it on the website. So know it's coming. It's not here yet, but don't let that slow you down. Keep moving forward. We will bring you the information we learn because we want you guys to be on the inside. So just know that that is coming.
Yeah. And it's so fun being on these meetings with Jay, like Mike and Dana. It was so cool. Like they were hanging with Jay like all weekend, and he's just we really appreciate the black and white aspect of Jay Dollywall. Like he just says it like it is, and with love in his heart. One of the clarifications with not clarifications, but just with the Flex 40, the 20, and the 10, those spiffs are only on people signing up, right? So like if you and I go into our back office and buy a Flex 40, we're not going to get $100 spiff on that. Just to be clear, right? It's only with new signups, new enrollments.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Okay, another announcement. The app, you guys, if you were there, you got to see a little preview of the app. Oh, it's going to be amazing. It should be in the App Store the first week in March. So be on the lookout. Of course, we'll go in our group pages and tell you that it's up, all of that good stuff. But it's a great tool for us, and I'm excited about it. It's going to make it a little easy, a lot easier. Everything is going to be literally at our fingertips to be able
Can I
to
speak
build
to that a
our.
little bit, Dana?
Yeah,
The cool
absolutely.
thing about that is, all of us, I'm sure like everybody on the Zoom has done some form of personal development and, some business, whether you're working for somebody or own your own small business. It really is about what do I do next? What do I do next? And accountability. And so the way Jay has developed this app is that as soon as you sign up, it's got your first 24 hours completely mapped out. And you just go through the checklist and it only unlocks the next phase when you've gone through that checklist with accountability. So then it takes you to the next phase, and then the next phase, and then the next phase. What's really beautiful about that is it's designed with some of like the best like one of the best network marketing coaches on the planet. Rob Sperry's phenomenal,
He is
beautiful
my favorite.
presentation, beautiful heart, and the guy knows his stuff. And so you're trained by the very best, and just follow along with that and you'll become pro in no time. And even like I need accountability, but I'm a creative mind, but I tell you, a creative mind can get really messy. And so on a daily basis, if I don't have my list in front of me, like all the old school stuff, it's like a wasted day sometimes. So to have this app to where it's just like, I know exactly what I need to do is exciting.
The data they shared is 47% increase in retention. And that is from exactly what Troy is talking about.
That's huge. And so think about this. You got Shopify. I don't know. Did any of you love the user interface for customers with the old, that was horrible, right? So we can say it like it is. But with the Shopify experience, that's going to, I forget the statistic, but the increase of numbers of people who will be shopping on the front end and then the 47% retention rate combined, like that is massive.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I'm
I'll try to
excited
keep it
about
down
that.
a little
Yeah.
bit.
All right, before we talk about our two new patches, Lori, I want to hand this one over to you. Talk to us about tokens. I know that we've talked about the CapEx tokens before, but you got a little bit more information on that. And I was kind of geeking out on it. So will you
Yeah,
take that?
sure. Can you share screen?
Yeah.
So Troy's going to share screen to give you a little bit of a visual. It can be a little bit confusing on what am I buying? People got excited and they're buying, but we're going to show you exactly the numbers and how it works. And I'm going to show you just from you personally purchasing these tokens. Okay. So you personally purchasing these tokens, but know that as you're growing your team and your team is purchasing these tokens, this also has a massive impact on you personally. Okay. So this example, which has been pretty accurate over the last few months, is the token prices are around $22. Okay, we have the ability to purchase 4 tokens every month. I highly recommend purchasing those 4 tokens every month. The token value of that is $7. Okay, the commission on that is $1.75. Okay, so stay with me here. You get $13.20 in volume in your organization from that one token. The total of that one token paid out over 18 months is $31.50. That's a pretty good return. Okay. And as these multiply, you're going to have 72 tokens. Okay. The payout on that, if you have 72 tokens with this scenario, this is saying as if the tokens don't go up at all, but we know they are going to go up because of what Jay is launching, would be $2,268. That's what you would make off of your tokens. And you invested 1,584. So if just you alone purchase these tokens, you're going to get a return of $684 just from participating in this and having these tokens. What are these tokens? What are they doing? Where are they coming from? It actually stands for Crowd Advertising Platform. So what Jay does is all of this money that goes into tokens, we're actually buying into the marketing piece of Super Patch. Jay then goes out and puts this on massive platforms. He's even hinting at Super Bowl 27. When this happens, it says superpatch.com. People from this advertising go to superpatch.com and purchase at $99 from Superpatch. Okay. So I looked at that too and thought, even if if you find people that have purchased and they're purchasing from Superpatch every month for $99, you still have the opportunity to go and say, I can get you preferred customer pricing. So it's a good thing. It's creating brand awareness. It's going to create win backs because you might have people that are with you now and fall off, let's say 3 or 4 months down the road. Now they see an ad on TV or a billboard or New York or Times Square or the Super Bowl. And they're like, wait a minute, that's what Jamie told me about. And now all of a sudden they have their account and they go order. This is a really brand awareness is really, really good. Okay. There are some scenarios of leaders on the call that shared what they make monthly just because they're purchasing tokens and their team is purchasing tokens. And it's impressive. Okay. You guys can do the math on that. So being able to purchase tokens to be a part of this revenue sharing with Super Patch is massive. I'm honored, I'm excited, and I'm grateful that Jay's doing it for us because he's the only one in the industry doing this. And this is a way for us to be able to grow with the company through this. The only requirement is that you are on SmartShip. So you have to be on SmartShip to qualify to be a part of this program. You only need to have 2 packs on SmartShip and you're going to get a return.
I love it. Now, these CapX tokens go on sale usually mid-month. So I've seen them as early as the 13th. And they'll pop like 13th, 14th, 15th. You want to get them quick because there's a limited amount. And you can buy 2 sets, which is a total of 4 tokens every month. Okay. But like Lori said, you got to be on that SmartShip. So when you see one of us go in, or if you ever notice it, go into the group page, the team page, and say tokens are up, then flock there. And I would be buying the max of those because as we grow, those numbers are going to get bigger and bigger. Okay, let's move on to our new patches. Am I forgetting anything? No.
No, but I do want to add one thing. I did hear that if you go off SmartShip, you lose your tokens. I did hear that.
Oh,
So you
okay.
want to make sure if you're participating in the token program, you are going to stay on SmartShip because that is once you go off SmartShip, you start over on tokens and they don't expire for 18 months.
And I'd like to speak a little bit to that. You know, Super Patch, when it launched in 23, was literally just regular folks sharing with regular folks, with their neighbors, with their friends and their family. And it organically grew to 60 million in revenue. And it was really in 24 that some business-minded folks started coming in, being like seeing what's happening, and they came in and it went to 100 million. And obviously last year was 200 million. What can happen now, and I think is super appropriate, is these are business conversations. Yes, Super Patch is for everyone. But it's okay to say, hey, Would you like to the appropriate people, business-minded folks, would you like to make some money? And open that door. And anyone who's owned a business knows that you're going to invest into your business, right? Like when I worked with Tony Robbins, he said, listen, if you have a small business or a big business, here's the math. You're going to be investing 10% of not net profit of revenue back into marketing your business. And like Lori and I'm just feel us here when I say this. We invested tens of thousands of dollars into our small business to start Ascend Brain Center. And cash flowing this baby is challenging, right? Because it's constant marketing. What happened with Super Patch, and we saw the vision of this. Lori's always seen things like ahead of me on this. She said, Troy, this is going to expose more people to Ascend Brain Center than you could possibly do in posting in Facebook groups for Ascend Brain Center. And she was right. It just because of the leverage aspect of it. And we went from getting so excited, woo, we got a booking for Ascend Brain Center and neurofeedback, to now we get bookings all the time. We're like, oh, because it's taking away from Super Patch. And so I share that with you that when you're approaching folks, set them up on a smart ship, the right folks in business, get them on smart ship right away, right? Because that's part of the business and marketing expense or investment into your own business. And then on the CapEx tokens, I was speaking with Richard Braithwaite, he's a longtime friend of mine, in terms of investments. And this isn't like buying stock. You can't use that language. We're not buying stock in Super Patch. But what we are doing is we're making an investment into ourselves and into this company and its marketing campaigns. And if you spend some time tonight and look at like, when you've got inflation and you've got where people are putting their money, whether it's gold or silver or Bitcoin, the stock market's kind of tanking. What we're literally doing is every time we put a buck in, we're profiting every time we buy a token. So every time I buy a token, it's like I didn't just invest 97 bucks. I just made like a buck 50, right? 150. So when I look at it that way, it's just ROI. And so the other aspect of this, and I'll tie the ends on it, is it's really important. Like one of the things I took away from that presentation was Jay Jollywall is the most certain in his bones, DNA, certain man about where this company's going. Like there's no doubt in my mind. And I think that was probably the greatest takeaway of all this stuff is that our certainty overrides their doubt. So whatever we've got to do to really understand what we've got our hands on, do it. Because that certainty is going to help so many people physically and financially. And that's all I got on that.
I love it. All right, we got two new patches. Why don't you introduce the first one? And then I'll give you
Assure.
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 Tell us what it is.
It's for nausea, motion sickness. Yeah, morning sickness. I mean, it can be for a lot of things.
Okay, like where was this when I was having babies and had that morning sickness? Oh my golly. You guys, it's interesting. So many all supplements and medications, whatnot, they say not intended for pregnant or nursing moms. And it's not because it's bad for them, it's because they don't study them. Because what if during a study, they talked about this actually, what if during a study something were to happen? That would be liability, right? But these are no ingredients, you guys. So we get to kind of be outside of that. Nobody like the whenever I would have anybody ask me, well, can I take these if I'm pregnant? My response is, well, they have not been tested on pregnant or nursing moms, and so you'll need to do so at your risk. If it were me, and then I would give my opinion, right? Here, we can say, yeah, there's no ingredients. So morning sickness, car sickness, any kind of motion sickness, that would be amazing. So
One
I
of the-
could have used,
Yeah,
go
one
ahead.
of the things that we cannot use is pregnancy, but why couldn't we can say morning sickness because that's not just to pregnancy, right? So just when you're promoting, don't use the word pregnancy, but morning sickness is I could have morning sickness tomorrow.
I saw a question
Yeah,
about
and
does it help with
again,
vertigo? And yeah, anything like that, it can be beneficial.
again, it takes it back to the a symptom, right? Not the diagnosis. Pregnancy would be a diagnosis. Hello, you're pregnant, right? So we always want to lean towards the symptoms. When people say, what can I give somebody that has MS, right? Well, what are the symptoms that they are, needing some relief with? So if you think like that, then you're going to be good to go. Assure is amazing. Okay, the next one is Zen. So there was a patch called Flow. This is replacing the Flow. In Jay's words, this is 10 times better than Flow. Just for our training, I'll tell you what they were, what Flow did and what Zen. I don't know how they've made it any better because to me it seems pretty darn good. But when you put this patch on, it's going to help with executive decision. That's the one that we use when we're solving problems or we're thinking. Okay, so it's going to help to kind of organize that. Memory, how well do we remember and recall things? And it's more than just, wait, why did I walk into this room? It's like I'll be in the middle of a sentence sometimes, and especially when my stress level's really high, I'll go, and then I was talking to what was her name? Mike, what was her name? He's like, I don't know who you were talking to. I'm like, no, the blonde. Like, what's her name? You know what I mean? So this is going to help to keep that kind of organized, if you will. The attention network, how can we pay attention at, it's going to help us with attention at any point of a task, right? So again, very much like our focus patch, but we get all of these things. Information network, how our minds share information freely and uses the right part of the brain for maximum efficiency. I mean, that part is pretty darn amazing. And then it's also going to help with the mood network, happy, sad, mad, etc. So when you combine all of that, now the things, again, we don't want to say, even though we know it will help because again, it's symptoms. We don't want to say anything like ADHD or dementia or Alzheimer's. We don't want to do the diagnosis, we want to do the symptoms. So basically, it's going to achieve calm, clear focus, calm confidence, no overthinking, improved memory, mental organization. So I am really excited about this one. Anything you want to add, you guys, to the
Oh, we had a lucky person on our team get to try one at the event, and is Reese on here? I don't know if Reese is on here. He was able to experience it and said he is a chronic meditator, and he said it put him in centered awareness, open mind, flow. Troy and I have been able to use flow. Dana has experienced flow, the patch before Zen, and we put it on before a speaking engagement when we have to, and the words just come. It is so beneficial. I was able to experience flow on a client or have a client experience flow. And this is a client with severe cognitive dysfunction, and I watched the lights come on in real time. And I have been so excited to get my hands on Zen based on that because I only got a limited number to try. And it was almost it was a catch 22. It was sad because the wife was here, got to experience my client's lights come on in his brain, and to totally different than his normal day to day. And then I didn't have any more that I could give her, but she's been so hopeful, waiting patiently for 5 months for this to come. So you guys, this is a game changer for families.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. Now, I asked Jay the night of the party, I think. I asked Jay at the at convention, how long are the packs going to stay up? So here's what how we're going to get our hands on these products or these new patches. They're going to be live at the beginning of March for us to buy onesie twosie packs, right? But he said, let me get back on Monday and we'll see where we're at. Meaning, right now, we're able to buy them at 12 at a time for $499 and it's still up. I was not expecting it to, I just checked it actually. I wasn't expecting to see it up. So here's the thing. I know that's a lot of money, especially if you want to get both, right? We did. We bought both. We spent $1,000 on these patches. We're going to get 12 of one, 12 of the other. Go in on it with
Mhm.
somebody local. Go grab them because when they're gone until the beginning of March, and you want to be getting these patches on people. So, yeah, they're there today. Tomorrow, no guarantee. So keep that in mind.
Oh, they're still there today.
Okay. Are we, I think that's it. Any other announcements?
Angela wanted me to touch on how we see our token value. It's a really good question. So on your front page of your dashboard, anything that says TQ at the end. So you're going to see your volume, and then you're going to see over to the left, it says TQ. That is with tokens. Okay. And then in your pay commission statement, anything that has a T in there is tokens. Does that make sense to everyone?
Are they
Yeah.
paid monthly or at the end of 18 months?
Monthly.
Monthly.
The only thing that happens is I think I saw someone else pop in there too. They're only going to expire 4 at a time, right? But we're going to be buying 4 at a time. So when we're with this for 18 months, we're going to always have 72 tokens.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, somebody said it was Amanda said that the tokens she's got in her team and she's been in Super Patch for 18 months. And this was several months ago. She said it's 20,000 consistent every single month. And that's a big, like, that could put you to, from managing director to vice president. That's significant.
Yeah.
Each token has a BV, by the way, did you say this already? If you did, I'm sorry I repeated it, but it's $13, it's 13.2 is the BV on that. So imagine if everybody on your team purchased these tokens, and you get paid the commission on that. So that adds some nice volume to the business. So okay, we can answer some more of these questions near the end, but I want to hear from people. And actually, I see that Betty Jarvie is on this call. I had mentioned to a couple people, be thinking about your aha moment. We'll get to yours in a minute, but I want to, I said, well, Betty, just send it to me and I'll tell people. But since you're here, do you want to share a couple of your aha moments with convention?
Hi there. We just got off the plane. Okay, so I had lots of ahas. Um, one of the one of the most significance is the authenticity of the company and all the doctors that spoke. They were out of the box and they're looking for so Jay is looking to change the way of our world or the United States, how we always go pharma first, there's nothing wrong with pharma, but he wants alternative complementary medicines or things to do prior to the pharma. So because we're so pharma based, and that speaks to my heart and to my values. So that was really significant. And just who we had on there, to me, he has the top 3% people. So he asked people to speak that's outside of the box and super, I can't think of the word, just the top 3% of people where they don't just settle, they keep challenging and they keep in the commitment to always do the next best thing. And so there was a lot of things. I just felt like, I just really, really felt so, Lisa and I both sat there and it was like, oh my gosh, we found our company. They're very relatable, very real. It wasn't practice. It wasn't studied. It wasn't, it was very spontaneous. I just loved it. I loved that it wasn't perfectly practiced, the way that they did it. I just loved it. He was just winging it. He was having people come up on the stage that wasn't expecting it. And I just loved it. It was very genuine. Yeah.
Yay. Thank you, Betty.
Yeah. Yeah. Glad to be home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Go catch people.
I just got done.
I love That's awesome.
I had a lady gripping the tray. She had really bad anxiety and I didn't have any peace with me. So I just did the stability. She has my link. Yeah. Lisa and I, after the convention, we haven't stopped. That night in the casino, we did one. And then who else?
We did our Uber driver.
Our Uber driver to our rental car. And now
Freaking awesome.
I just met somebody on the plane, and so I just did it there. So yeah, super motivated. Yeah, it was really
Good.
awesome. It was really
Thank
awesome. And next year, all my team is going to be there. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Now that I have a taste, it's an easy enrollment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you
good.
guys. It was
You know what's
great.
lovely about that? It was so awesome getting to hang out with you. Thanks for being there,
Yeah.
Betty, Lisa.
Thanks, Troy.
You know that we and Susie Carpenter were on our flight back, and she strikes up a conversation. I don't know if you saw the video in the group, but this woman starts crying. It's like life changing. And I was
Oh, I did.
talking to, yeah, I was talking to one of our friends who's a network marketing pro and not in yet. And I said, look, let me just show you something. And first of all, I showed him the website, and he's like, oh my gosh. And then I sent him that video of Susie's gal that Lori's doing a stability test in the airport. So let me ask you a question. Do you think you can do what Lori's doing with that woman? He goes, well, of course. I said, do you think you know some people who could probably do what Lori's doing with that lady? He said, of course. I said, then you can do this business. Right. And then we combine that with 60-second results versus 60-day results. He's like, oh, I get it.
Hey, can I butt in
You're
here?
muted, Dana.
Oh, Rich. Yeah, go, Rich.
Hey, so I got a aha moment.
I didn't realize I was muted.
It was Sachin Patel. That breathing deal he done really was amazing. So when Danny G was up there doing his spiel, that energetic guy, was it Danny G? He wore
Yes.
Daniel, he wore me out. So I got up and walked out in the lobby, and Troy's out there. I said, what are you doing? He said, Danny G wore me out. And so guess who we run into? Sachin
Danny G.
Patel.
Yeah.
We asked, and so we're talking with him. I said, what are you doing out here in Hall? He said, Danny wore me out. And so
So you know what's fun, interesting about that, Rich? And this is something that I was coached on by the OGs of Worldwide Dream Builders back in the day in the 90s. They said, listen, whenever somebody's coming up to speak, he said, just say amazing. He said, because literally Lori and I walked out and we had like Hector's wife's like, oh my gosh, Danny G, I would have come just to watch Danny G. You know? And literally today, another person's like, Danny G is amazing. Are you going to put him in the app? And he's like, yeah, actually, so he's going to be in the app. So, so if he wears us out, he's firing other people up, baby. We're just
Exactly.
older guys, dude. We're older guys.
but remember, and I shouldn't even be saying this, but Sachin was talking to us, and we talked about Boise, Idaho, where we're from, and he says, I'm going to be in Boise here shortly. So Troy and I are going to hook up with him in Boise when he comes and maybe show him around.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Okay. Is there anybody else that would like to give an aha moment? We're going to keep it at 1 minute or less so that we can hear from as many people as
Dana,
possible.
Marla.
Yes. Okay. I've set the
Hey,
timer.
so-
You get 1 minute.
Okay, set the timer. So I'm going to tell you guys all this. I had a really big aha moment. I've been in several MLM companies and I've never felt, I wasn't convicted yet, but after this weekend, 100% convicted. You guys, we have one patch. We have 15 of them, but it's one patch. It's not ingredients. It's not product. You don't have to explain anything. It is the easiest thing to convince people that you can do a 60-second demo and you can get this patch on them. I went to a networking meeting this morning, $300 cash in my pocket because people came up to me afterwards and they were like, what is this? And I sold Liberty and Freedom packs to 2 people right on the spot. They paid me cash. I put 2 other orders that are going in tonight and I've got messages going out. I've got stacks of business cards here. It's the easiest thing you're ever going to do. And it is truly life-changing. And that was up against 2 LifeWave people that were in the room and they were trying to figure out what a message is. And all I said was this will rewire your brain, reset your body, and you can overcome some anxiety, some depression, some sadness. And it's all with a little patch. And multiple people.
Mic drop. Drop your mic, Marla.
It was fun. It was
It was
fun.
so
It was
fun
fun.
hanging
It
out
was
with
fun to come home to my husband and be like, well, if I'm having a bad day, I just got to go out and make $300. And he's like, what? I make cash in my pocket. I got to reinvest it online. I got to order some more patches.
Go
Hey,
get
you know
some
what?
Zen.
with what Marla just said, everyone go buy the Zen pack and the Assure pack and just go do that.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure it's still available, so I'm ordering it tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go
awesome.
quick.
Yeah.
Run, don't walk.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, Dana,
Anybody else? Yes.
this is Erin, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Wendy and I attended together. And really, the highlight was meeting all of you
Oh,
and meeting our upline, meeting our leaders. Wendy and I had just a wonderful time. And I think my main aha really is all my boxes were checked for a legacy business.
Mm, yeah.
well, and I'll piggyback on that. Jay made a great, that is his goal. This is a legacy business. Troy had asked, the four of us were standing there talking to Jay at the VIP cocktail hour. And Troy asked, "Hey, 14 years? What was it that kept you on course for 14 years?" And, and Jay had said, yeah, nobody would touch it. They thought I was crazy. How can I, code the brain? And he pointed up and he said, God. And he told me, protect my children, take care of my children. And he said, for 5 generations, this will change 5 generations. And on the stage, he said, my ceiling will be my children's floor. So, Erin, you are spot on with a legacy business. This is something we'll be able to carry on for many, many years. Love it.
It was
Okay.
awesome hanging with you, Aaron and Wendy. You guys were amazing.
It was so good to meet you. Okay, who else? Anybody? Annette, I see your hand raised.
Oh, sorry.
I think what I really loved about it was the energy, the excitement, them saying it's not a company, and all the leaders seem to say that it's not a company, it's a family, and you really felt that everybody really was
You muted,
You
Annette.
muted. You muted Annette.
that everybody was a family, and you could really feel the energy and the excitement and the love and everybody talking to each other. I met the one couple from Switzerland that were presenting. They said they have 700 people there. And then, so I was talking to them in Swiss German. Then I met the people from Germany. I was talking to them in German. And then I met the people from France. And it was really cool that it's so international and everybody's excited and they all have different ways. And just basically just the love and the excitement and the caring and everybody helping each other. And just, it really felt like a family, not a company, is what I kind of felt. And Jay's vision and how generous and how caring, and his family and everybody's there. Mark McDonald doing a workout with us, and he's going to keep us fit. So it was really fun, and it was good seeing all the energy and the knowledge, and like Nina Moore, she blew me away too. Her energy and her whole, like,
So,
82 people in her team were there. It's really cool. Just loved it.
yeah, and Annette, I want to give you kudos. I'm really proud of you for coming. And it ended up that your upline was not able to come. There was a family emergency, and you were there in your room by yourself. And every time I turned around, there you were, and you participated in all of it, and you took it all in. And I know from experience that the first time I had ever flown uh, by myself, really a long distance, was at a convention 15 years ago, maybe 14 years ago. And I went from California to Florida by myself, and I was meeting other people there, but it is nerve-wracking. And the fact that you got, maybe, I don't know if it's your comfort zone or not, but you looked very comfortable. And I just want to say kudos to you for not allowing a situation that maybe wasn't exactly what you planned to keep you from going. So I wanted to just shout you out for that.
Thanks.
And you
And
were
then, yeah, I was
smoking at the
standing
Gatsby. You were looking fine.
Yes, yes.
I was standing in line at registration, and two women were in front of me, and they were roommating together from St. Pete and from Greenville, South Carolina. I ended up hanging out with them all weekend. Then they had a couple that they knew through their group, a couple in Burley, Idaho. And then, so I met them. And then when I was on the waiting for the van leaving, I met this two gals that were we were talking, and then I gave the van driver my information. And then at the airport, I was walking in and one lady was there. She goes, "Oh, I'm Rose from Alabama, and I heard you on the van, and that was a great talk that you gave to the van driver." And I mean, everywhere I went, people were just like, "Oh, you're with Super Patch." It just really feels like a family. Doesn't matter where you're from, race, creed, age, nothing doesn't matter. It was just like a whole world, big family. It was really cool. So I
Yeah,
just
well,
love that whole environment.
age for sure. We had our very own Jaw up on stage dancing with
Okay.
doing the exercise. So all right, we've got, let's see, 8 minutes left. Who else
We
would
have
like
three
to
hands
share?
raised. We have
Okay.
Travis. Let's go with Travis.
All right.
Hey guys. Yeah, Travis and Jen. We were just really excited to meet y'all too. I totally echo Wendy there, but my biggest thing, besides feeling like I was really in a room full of my people, I mean, talk about, chemtrails and all the other toxic crap we're exposed to. I was like,
Pandemic.
this is where I'm meant to be. But also, Travis was here along for the ride, and after this event, he was gung ho. He was like, "I'm sold.
Yeah,
This
it's
this
awesome
is the
meeting you,
real
Travis.
deal." And like just hearing from all the experts, it was fantastic. So
Yeah. Good. It was so good to meet you, Jen, finally, after all this time
I
on social
know.
media. Very fun.
Absolutely.
All right, Danielle, let's go. Let's hear from you.
Goodness, I touched something and my screen shrank and then I couldn't find mute. Oh my, so this is my first, like I have dabbled in network marketing for a very long time. And I am that guy they talk about where you learn all the stuff, but you don't do the do and you don't make the money. And going to meeting you guys, meeting everybody and the energy, but this is so easy. It's so different than anything else out there. And my confidence level is through the roof. Like I'm ready to go talk to everybody. And the breath work was
Hmm.
huge for me. That was really neat. And the other thing, the way that Dr. Anna Toker described it being why it's not FDA approved and that it's a medical device like an ace bandage because I get that all the time. It's not FDA approved. And so having a answer, to the objections was really neat. Like my brain is still processing. I had to record a ton of it and I still have to rewatch and take more notes. I got home. I had an issue with my medication and ended up in withdrawal really bad on the flight home. And so I got my meds in me and all of a sudden my brain went, "Woo," and sort of, this is what you learned and this is what you learned. And so it was really neat. There's just so much. It was it was amazing. There's no other way to describe it. And yes, this company there's nothing like it. I've looked at, I've paid attention to several companies out there, and we have the number one thing in the world.
Yeah. Danielle, I also want to say kudos to you coming all that way yourself, rooming with people that you didn't know. That can be very nerve-wracking. And so it was really good to see you there. For those of you who don't know, Danielle is my third cousin. And this is the first time we've ever met. So that was cool too. So, all right. I want to hear from Corey Chin. We've got 5 minutes. I want to hear from Corey Chin. I want to hear from you really quick, and then we'll get to Jaw. So you, Corey, Jaw, and then we'll see what else we've got.
Okay, I'm just going to say, meeting all of you. It's one thing to sit here and be on Zooms and so on and so forth, and we get to, see a wife, don't get to meet a husband, so on and so forth. So I met a couple of husbands from Spots 728 and stuff. I met Jaw for the first time, and these are the interactions are the special portions of this business. It's the community that we all are, okay? And as a force of one, we have a mission. So that's one of them. Anna Toker, her snarkiness. I love that.
Oh, yeah. She wears her peace patch on her butt, by the way.
Yeah. I won't go with that phrase. But anyway, another one, Jay. He is just so authentic. I went to the cocktail party, the VIP cocktail party, and Dana had stepped away from the table that we were standing at. And all of a sudden, I get a slap on my shoulder. And there's Jay, Mike, you need to meet my friend, Mark Kerr. And I'm just looking, I'm like, wow, this guy's a gorilla type of thing. He's just like your neighbor. He just interacts with everyone. He wants to know how you're doing. He's got great goals. I mean, him being so down to earth and being able to talk to everybody that's in the room means a lot. That's a big one.
Yeah. Good. Corey. Unmute Miss Corey. And put your face in the camera because we see like half of your arm and half of Alicia's. Are we frozen? I think they're frozen. Okay, while they're coming back online, let's go over to Jaw. You got
Oh,
1 minute, Jaw. Oh, there she is. Hold on, Jaw. Okay, Corey, go.
Can you hear me or is it
You're
you can
spotty.
Oh no.
Oh
Hold
yeah,
on.
go. Go, go, go. We can hear you.
Okay. Okay, you can hear me now. All right. So one of the things I just wanted to add, because I think I'm not a network marketer, I haven't been another, well, actually I have. Okay. But so I have one to compare to. Here's what really stood out to me when another company, when the doctors on the stage work for that company, that's all fine and dandy, right? Like that's fine, but they are hired by that company. This particular stage, for myself, I attend something that practitioners where I'm like, I don't belong in this room. I am the little peon, but I'm talking with MDs and, pediatricians and highly, highly respected people in the medical field and functional medicine realm. And when I saw two names on the docket that were speaking this weekend that are highly respected doctors, not working for this company or only this company, but backing this company, that really stood out to me. Lisa Palmer, somebody I've followed for years. I've listened to her on the stage. Incredible. Anna Toker, like, let's not even, I mean, like, she's amazing, right? Satya Patel, I've been following from here. We hear him speak all the time to doctors at the medical conferences, ECO, all of that. That was incredible. And here's the other thing that stood out to me. Jay is loved. He is genuinely loved by those people representing, and he will tell you he's direct and he's, to the point, and he's not easy, right? He said that many times. He's like, I'm not easy. Like working for him is no joke, but you could just see the love that they had for him and the respect. And that really stood out to me because they're not hired by him, so to speak, to love him. Right. So that was something. And then obviously the science was awesome and it was great. Less rah, way more learning, no breaks.
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Corey. Okay. Jaw, you got less than a minute, my friend. We've hit our 8 o'clock mark. We want to hear from you. You're muted. You gotta unmute. Jaw. Uh-oh. Troy, are you able to unmute him?
No, it's like your audio must not be connected to your computer. Ja and I've been communicating today. He's like got us set up to meet with some ballers, and I've got to meet with you, Dana, about some of the folks that Ja's connected with. Guy knows some folks.
Okay, yeah, he does. Oh, Jaw, we're so sorry that we can't hear you, but Lori and Troy, I'll let you guys take it from here and say goodnight.
I'll send us off, you guys. I am grateful for each one of you. I hope you felt that when we met. Those of you that didn't come, you were definitely on our hearts and our minds. And we hope that over the next few weeks, we can give you some of what we learned. The biggest thing, the takeaway for me from conference is that being authentic and sharing with conviction and confidence is what is going to grow your business here. That's what that did for us. So if you want to catch up, go into the back office, watch some videos, get it ingrained in you so that you have that confidence, because it's that confidence and conviction that we're bringing back that you can take a little bit from us, but you're going to have to go in and do the work to get that in, because that's all you need. Everything else, the science is settled. Nothing else needs to be done other than getting that conviction in your system. And if that is, somebody, I think it was somebody even on this call, if you're feeling a little down, it was Marla. If I'm feeling a little down, I just go out and patch someone. It changes your state because it's taking it away from you, what you're feeling, and you're helping somebody. So get it in your bones. That's all you have to do to make this work. We love you. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow on our Testimonial Tuesday.
Have a
Real
good night,
quick,
everybody. Appreciate you.
real quick, Dana, I sent you a message on the chat with your aunt. Can you please check it?
Oh, sure. I've been
Okay,
sleeping
awesome.
all day, so I'm
I
sorry if I
bet.
was.
No worries. I figured you were busy as heck. I just
Good
have a
night,
crazy
everybody.
question. Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night.